Hi, this is Michael Spokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are dealing with this topic that speaks about hard things to do to be a great leader, hard things to do to become a great leader. And I've emphasized that being a great leader is not easy. Now, because it's not easy, therefore, you have to be faced up with harder things that you need to do, though, even though it's difficult to do so, in order to become a great leader. So the way to become a great leader is not easy. It is a narrow road. It's a very lonely road. It's a difficult and steep road. It's a road that doesn't come overnight. So therefore, it is going to be very important that from the beginning, you understand that you're going to be faced up with tough things in life. You're going to be faced up with difficult situations that will usher you into great leadership. So that is the reason why we deal with this topic. And this is part 2 of this great topic. And I hope you learn out of this. The first thing that I want you to see that is a tough thing to do, but yet it actually ushers you to become a great leader, is you have to feel unsure and insecure when playing safe seems smarter. So becoming a great leader needs to put you in uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable situations rather. So it needs to actually usher you in situations that challenges you, that threatens your safety even, where you feel very unsure, you feel very insecure as well. You have to tread into unusual places, places where you've never been, and places of uncomfort zones. So the zones that are not comfortable at all. So this is very important for you to understand this, that you need therefore to be unsure. You need to be insecure sometimes, while you could actually just play safe. It's easier to play safe. It's easier to resort to safe playing. So it's not going to. I'm not going to be blamed to play safe. I'm not going to be looked down upon when I play safe. And because of that, you're not going to be a great leader. Becoming a great leader, you need to make sure that even though you can easily play safe, but you are launching yourself into unsure situations. You are launching yourself into situations that risk your integrity, that risk your safety, that risk actually your pride, risks actually your status as well. So you're launching into that for the sake of becoming a great leader. You are unsure, yes. You are feeling insecure, yes. Is it possible to play safe? Yes, it is. But I'm choosing to become insecure. I'm choosing to become unsure in this situation in order for me actually to become a great leader. So this is very important, young men, that you are choosing moving from comfort zones that you've been in. It is actually easy to settle for less, but you are supposed to rise up and not settle for less and become somebody who challenges the status quo and become a better person in your life. I want to emphasize that because this is very, very important. Secondly, you have to lead when no one else is following you yet. There are times when you are a leader and you know you are a leader, but you look back, there's nobody following you. There's nobody buying your ideas. There's nobody who's supporting what you think. There's nobody who's actually clapping hands to you and appreciating that you're a leader. There's nobody who's recognizing you as a leader either at this particular moment. Now, when you are at that particular place, at that situation, you need to rise up to the occasion and say, by the way, I'm a leader. And I'm leading because I'm a leader, not because there are followers. When there are no followers yet, you still need to lead. And that is why, if you're having a vision as a young man, rise up in the mornings and go and continue leading even when there are no members, even when there are no supporters, even when there are no people that are following you. And that is why when somebody's starting a project, for instance, you'll start it alone. And sometimes you go on alone, even your family doesn't recognize you. But later your family may join you and you become you and your family only. And nobody in the community recognizes what you're doing. They recognize you as a leader, nobody. And therefore, you continue leading even when you're not recognized as a leader by anybody else. So therefore, I want to urge you as a young man to be able to rise up out of the occasion of being despondent because nobody seems to be following you. You don't look back. Continue leading as if there are majority of people that are following you. Continue leading as if there are crowds of people walking behind you, following you. So, because when you do so, you are able to actually open up a way for you to become a great leader. And great leaders will tell you that they've pushed and pushed even when there was nobody following them. And that is why people that are running even great churches, running great ministries, that are running great businesses, they will tell you there was a time in their situation whereby they were lonely, they were alone. It looked like nothing is happening. It looked like nobody appreciates what they're doing. It looked like nobody's noticing them. And yes, they've gone through that, but they continued doing that which they know the best, that which is their vision, that which they're called for. They continue to doing that because it is only then that you're going to see that you're a great leader, when you continue to lead even when nobody following you. Now, as a young man, I want to urge you that don't be inspired only because there are people following you. There are times when people will be against even what you're doing. Everybody will be like in opposition. And the only people that you see are people that are criticizing, are people that are telling you nothing will work, people that are telling you this is terrible what you're doing, and all those. And at that particular time, it looks like there's no supporter. But continue leading, continue doing that which you know the best. Continue focusing and pushing the envelope to make sure that things are happening even when there's nobody following you. So make sure that you do that, because this is very, very key as a young man to make yourself a great leader. You have to invest in yourself even when none else or no one else is doing that, because there are people that may look at you, they don't see you as worthwhile to invest in. They don't think that it's worthwhile to support you. And therefore, nobody is investing in you. Nobody is supporting you. Nobody is giving you some courage and so on. But continue investing in yourself. Now, investment in self would mean that you empower yourself as well. Empower yourself academically. Empower yourself by reading books and know much more. Empower yourself with knowledge. Empower yourself with the truth. Empower yourself with every single thing that you do. Make sure that you continue empowering yourself. Now, if you are having a talent, practice it, shape it up, let it be empowered. That's the only way you're going to do that. And you are getting better and better every day as you empower yourself. I want to urge you as a young man that if you want to become a great leader, continue empowering yourself. And some of you are still at school as you're listening to me right now. Now, I want to emphasize that education is power for you. You're empowering yourself as you're studying. So continue studying. It may look like what you're studying is not in line with what you're called for, but continue studying anyway, because education is education. And believe me, education will empower you despite of what you have done may not be relevant to what you're called for, but it's going to be useful in the future. So please continue studying as a young man. Don't be deviated by friends. Don't be deviated by people around you. Make sure that you rally behind your books. You rally behind your own empowerment, and make sure that you look for courses that will make you better, that will empower you, that will get you to a level where you want to be. That is very important that you do so. And as a young man, I want to urge you to become a great leader that way by empowering yourself. Invest in yourself and make sure that you do that even when no one else is investing in you. Now, investment in yourself would mean also investing in your body and making sure that you eat healthy, sleep appropriately, drink water, exercise, and all those are investing in yourself. You're investing in your body, and make sure that your body is healthy to carry you through. Because remember, your body is the only instrument that's going to be used by God, or that you also can use in order for you to become who you want to be. That's the only instrument that you have. And please take care of your body. Make sure that you invest in yourself when it comes also to your body in the sense of health. So it's very, very important that you do so. You have to grind out the details even when it is easier to shrug them off. You have to make sure that you grind out the details even when you could actually strike it off, because there are things that need more information. There are things that need more details. There are things that without details you cannot achieve anything. So therefore, it's easier to be shallow with details. It's easier to become shallow with information. But that's not going to help you, because the more details you have, the more empowered you become, because the more you can speak to that as a leader. Now, many leaders are actually undermined and they cannot succeed and become great leaders because they don't have details of things that they know. So therefore, whatever you know, make sure that you grind the details. You make sure that you dig deep to the details, because that's the only way you're going to empower yourself. And that's the only way you're going to become a great leader, because people respect the people that have got knowledge in their trade, and people that are having great details of their trade and being able to succeed to empower others through what they know. And I want you to make sure that you grind the details at all times as a young man. And please don't just shrug them off. It's easier to shrug them off, but it's actually even more valuable for you to make sure that you dig and grind the details in your life, and so that you can succeed in everything that you do. I want to end up here today. Your host, Maikona Spokane. Thank you very much for listening to us. And I want to urge you once more to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that you don't miss anything. Like our YouTube channel, like these videos, so that you don't miss anything that comes along and that speaks to you as a young man, and you will grow from this. Thank you very much, and cheers for now.